Honda just broke the touring world. The 2026 Goldwing is insane. It's actually scary. The touring world thought it had already seen the pinnacle of long-distance luxury. Then Honda quietly sharpened the crown jewel. The 2026 Honda Goldwing 1800 doesn't just evolve, it reasserts dominance. In a segment packed with chrome-heavy challengers and tech-stacked pretenders, the Goldwing 1800 DCT returns with the kind of refinement that makes you question whether this is even a motorcycle or a two-wheeled grand touring machine built from the future. At the heart of this legend sits the iconic 833cc flat-six engine, a horizontally opposed masterpiece that feels more like a performance car engine than a traditional bike power plant. Fire it up, and the smoothness is almost shocking. No harsh vibration, no uneven rumble, just a silky, turbine-like hum that hints at the power waiting beneath your right wrist. Twist the throttle, and the response is immediate, seamless, and relentless. The flat six doesn't roar angrily, it surges forward with effortless authority, as if the highway simply moves out of its way. And then there's the DCT, Honda's dual-clutch transmission. For 2026, it's sharper, smoother, and smarter than ever. Shifts are lightning quick and nearly imperceptible. In automatic mode, it anticipates your intentions with uncanny precision, dropping gears before you even realize you need them. In manual mode, paddle shifters give you total control without the fatigue of constant clutch work, no stalling, no jerky transitions. Just uninterrupted acceleration that feels almost supernatural in its fluidity. Highway cruising is where the Goldwing 1800 DCT separates itself from everything else. At 75 miles per hour, the engine barely feels awake. The chassis glides over pavement imperfections with confidence. Wind protection from the sculpted fairing and adjustable windscreen transforms harsh gusts into gentle background noise. Long interstate stretches feel shorter, smoother, almost cinematic. This isn't just transportation, it's command of distance itself. Comfort isn't an afterthought. It's a design philosophy. The seat is wide, supportive, and engineered for full-day rides without fatigue. The rider triangle is perfectly balanced. Upright posture, relaxed arms, natural leg positioning. The passenger seat? Equally luxurious, complete with a supportive backrest that turns two-up riding into a shared luxury experience rather than a compromise. Heated grips, heated seats, and refined ergonomics make cold morning rides feel like a minor inconvenience rather than a barrier. Technology integration on the 2026 Goldwing DCT feels decades ahead of its rivals. A vivid TFT display anchors the cockpit, offering navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth connectivity, and intuitive menu control. Audio clarity cuts through wind noise, even at speed. Ride modes adjust throttle response and traction behavior to match conditions instantly. And yet, despite all the technology, the interface feels natural, not overwhelming. It enhances the ride without dominating it. Handling is where the Goldwing defies logic. For a machine of its size, it feels remarkably balanced. The aluminum frame and advanced suspension keep weight low and centralized. At low speeds, it feels stable and manageable. At higher speeds, it tracks through sweeping curves with confidence that rivals smaller touring bikes. The low center of gravity makes tight turns less intimidating than expected. It's a heavyweight that dances when asked. Braking performance reinforces that sense of control. Linked braking systems deliver progressive, powerful stopping force without drama. ABS operates seamlessly, ensuring stability even under aggressive braking. You never feel like you're wrestling mass. You feel like you're commanding it. The Goldwing's composure under pressure is part of what makes it legendary. Storage capacity remains generous and intelligently designed. Hard saddlebags and rear trunk space swallow travel essentials for multi-day trips without cluttering the bike's lines. Packing becomes organized rather than chaotic. Road trips feel spontaneous because preparation is simple. The Goldwing encourages distance, not just short weekend escapes. So is the 2026 Honda Goldwing 1800 DCT the ultimate touring motorcycle? It's hard to argue otherwise. It blends unmatched smoothness, cutting-edge transmission technology, long-haul comfort, and road-commanding presence into one cohesive, unstoppable machine. It doesn't chase flash, it perfects function. And when you glide across state lines with the flat six humming beneath you and the DCT delivering seamless shifts, one truth becomes undeniable. This isn't just a touring bike. It's the benchmark every other luxury motorcycle measures itself against. And then there's the DCT dual-clutch transmission, the system that still shocks first-time riders. No clutch lever, no traditional gear shifter. Just smooth, lightning-fast gear changes, executed with precision, that feels almost telepathic. In 2026, Honda has refined it further. Downshifts feel smarter. Acceleration feels tighter. Low-speed maneuvering feels more intuitive. Whether you're cruising city streets or hammering onto the interstate, the DCT reacts instantly to your intentions. Here's what makes the DCT revolutionary. It doesn't feel like an automatic compromise. It feels like an upgrade. Manual mode allows paddle shifters to give you full control. Automatic mode handles stop-and-go traffic with zero fatigue. Long rides become less physically demanding. You focus on the road, the scenery, the journey, not clutch timing. It's touring intelligence in action. The chassis redesign from previous generations continues to shine in 2026. Aluminum frame architecture keeps the weight balanced and surprisingly manageable. At speed, the Goldwing feels planted, almost locomotive-like in its stability. Yet at low speeds, it moves with more grace than its size suggests. That balance is engineering mastery. Now let's talk comfort, because this is where the Goldwing stops competing and starts redefining expectations. The seat feels sculpted rather than padded. Long hours in the saddle don't feel punishing. The riding position is upright, natural, commanding. Heated grips and seats make cold morning departures comfortable. The passenger throne, arguably the best seat in motorcycling. Wind protection is near total. The electronically adjustable windscreen allows you to tailor airflow in seconds. Raise it for cross-country interstate runs. Lower it for city cruising. The fairing design channels turbulence away from the rider with remarkable efficiency. At 75 miles per hour, conversations through the intercom feel effortless. Technology integration is where the 2026 model flexes hardest. A large TFT display dominates the cockpit without overwhelming it. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration connect seamlessly. Navigation, audio, ride modes, traction control, everything is presented cleanly and intuitively. It's less like operating a motorcycle and more like commanding a touring command center. Suspension refinement adds another layer of luxury. Electronically controlled damping adapts to riding conditions, smoothing rough pavement without sacrificing control. Cornering feels stable and predictable. Even with full luggage and a passenger, the Goldwing remains composed. It doesn't wobble, it doesn't complain, it glides. Speaking of luggage, the integrated saddlebags and top trunk swallow gear effortlessly. Multi-day road trips become simple. Pack heavy jackets, cameras, tools, there's space. The design remains sleek, despite the capacity. It's form meeting function without compromise. Braking performance reinforces confidence. Combined braking systems and ABS ensure stability under pressure. The lever feel is progressive and reassuring. For a motorcycle of this size and power, braking performance is critical, and Honda delivers with surgical precision. Fuel efficiency remains surprisingly respectable for a flat-six engine. Long stretches between fill-ups allow uninterrupted highway momentum. The engine hums steadily at cruising speed, barely stressed. It's built for cross-country ambition. But here's the emotional layer. The Goldwing 1800 DCT doesn't just move you physically, it shifts your perception of what touring should feel like. It removes fatigue, it removes mechanical harshness. It leaves behind only smooth power, quiet confidence, and endless horizon. Riders who once doubted DCT often become its biggest advocates after one long ride. Traffic becomes effortless, mountain descents become controlled and seamless. The transmission anticipates, adapts, supports. It feels futuristic, but completely natural. So is the 2026 Honda Goldwing 1800 DCT the ultimate touring motorcycle? For many riders, it's not even a debate. It blends flat-six smoothness, advanced dual-clutch precision, long-haul comfort, and technological sophistication into a machine that feels decades ahead of traditional cruisers. And when you press that starter button, feel the flat-six awaken beneath you, and glide onto the open highway without ever touching a clutch lever, one truth becomes undeniable. The Goldwing doesn't just lead the touring category. It redefines it.